What's happening, everyone? It's Lee here, and it's been a while since I put a vlog out. Actually, I put a vlog out a couple of weeks ago, about a week ago, on our trip to France, but an actual sit in the shop vlog, it's been ages, and I've got so much to talk about. So much has happened. So, as you've seen, let's talk quickly about what's going on with Dan's channel. So we recently went to France and Wales. We went to France, did 3 courses in France, then went to Wales and did 2 courses in Wales. So there's 5 course vlogs that I'm in the process of editing, that will be coming out over the next sort of like 8 to 10 weeks. We try and do course vlogs, something else, course vlogs, something else. So next week will be the first of the France course vlogs from La Quevette. I can't even pronounce La Quevette. It looks like La Quevenne if you spell it, pronouncing it how it's spelt, but it's La Quevette or something like that, where me, Dan and Lester take each other on in a very interesting format. I decide to pick a handicap out of thin air to use. Interesting results. We'll let you watch those results of that interesting thought that I had. But I kept that going all the way through France, so hey ho, I'll expect plenty of abuse in the comments from it when that comes out. Last week I went and played in the Average Golfer 2020. Loved that competition. Went there last year. I think I scored like 35 points last year. Came somewhere like 5th, 6th, something like that, I think. Yeah, so that went pretty well. As in, I won it by 7 shots. And I think the reason I won that was because I play well in wind. And don't get me wrong, the conditions were horrendous. I mean, it was very, very tough conditions. There was like gusts of 50 mile an hour. Luckily, the rain stayed away for most of the day. There was some really long holes into the wind. A couple of the par 4s, like one par 4 was 455 yards into wind. Tough hole. I think I got 7 on that. But I learnt from that hole because I was the only hole I don't think I hit a fairway on. I may have been just in the first cut a couple of times, but that was the only hole I didn't hit a fairway on, and I got a 7. Learnt very quickly, put the driver away into wind, hit the 2-iron, get in play, and just get the ball down there. And, you know, chip and putt well. Although some of the greens at the far end of the course, the ball was it was like you were making a putt, and the ball would just keep going and going and going. So, but you've got to learn from that. The thing that disappointed me about the whole thing was I was still there. I stayed there till the end because I stayed up there. I was in no rush to get back. And then I get a little ping on my phone from a YouTube comment on one of my videos in France. You can't see the comment because I've hid them from the channel, saying basically, let me read it out to you. So it went, imagine having to cheat in a comp to win, only playing with your mate in a 2-ball as a 12 handicap, coming in with 41 points in 60 mile an hour wind on a hard course. Cheat. Let's just address a couple of these things first. Firstly, could have come and said this to my face. Didn't have to run home, get behind the safety of your keyboard, and then type it. If you think I'm a cheat, tell me while I'm there and show me some proof of your claim. Secondly, playing with your mate in a 2-ball. Didn't ask to. I asked to play with a friend, but I didn't ask to be in a 2-ball. That's just the way it was. I was under the impression it'd be 3 and 4 balls, but we went out in a 2. As did many people go out with a friend in a 2-ball. Let's just point that out. It's not like I got special preferential treatment. As a 12 handicap, I'm a 10, so get your facts straight. And coming in with 41 points, it was actually 40. So, you know, you were wrong on every level. But the thing that disappoints me is if you think I'm a cheat or you've got some proof of me cheating, which you wouldn't have, why did you have to run home to the safety of your computer to type this? Why can't you just come to my face and tell me? It just annoys me that, and there was another comment on one of Dan's videos saying your boy scored 41 points, he's a cheat. Like, I'm sorry I played well. I put in 10 to 15 hours practice a week in my simulator on the range, and that's not playing golf, that's practice. I'm determined to get my handicap down, so I'm putting all the effort I can in to get my handicap down with Dan's coaching. I spent a lot of money on coaching last year with doing the journey with Dan, and now I'm on the way down. So I'm going to get better scores. And just for the record, this happened in strong winds as well. So par 14, which is nice, and now I'm on 15 for 1. with a 2-iron punch up the left, let it run in. So I'm going to video this because this could be for an eagle, which would be my 3rd ever eagle. Well then, a gross 68, 2 under par. In strong winds at my own course, I scored a 68. That's a gross 68, not a net 68. So I can play in the wind, but I learn in the wind. That 7, I realised I'm not going to go and make par 4s in 2 into wind. So I played it as a 3-shotter. Trusted my short game to get me up and down. Worst case, up and 2 pot. And that's 2 and 3 points depending on whether I've got a shot or not, or 1 point if I don't have a shot. Because I learned I'm not going to take a driver. If you want to call me a cheat, crack on, mate. But come to me with proof if you think I've cheated. I am not going to put myself out here on YouTube, on Dan's channel, because then like any reputation I've got anyway would be trashed. I don't go there to win. Yeah, well, I'll take that back. I went there to win. Obviously, I wanted to win the competition, but like I go for the day. I love playing golf. I love meeting people. I like to go and see Andy. I like meeting up with people I saw last year. It's a weekend away for me. It just pisses me off. Like, if you think I've cheated, come and say it to my face. Do you know what I mean? Just have the balls to come up to me and say, that's it. Like someone was going, 40 points is impossible. It's not impossible because I did it. It's not impossible. I won by 7 shots because I learnt quickly and my handicap is coming down. Those conditions, strong windy conditions, lend themselves to lower handicappers. That's where lower handicappers excel because they can control ball flight better. Higher handicappers, and I know because I've been there and I still am there sometimes, can't control ball flight, and that's when it goes all over the place. It's just the higher handicappers, when it's light breeze and things like that, are when they're coming in off 20 and scoring 45, 50, 46 points because there's no danger there. When there's a bit of danger and a bit of wind, the lower handicappers excel better because they're better at controlling the ball. It's as simple as that. I'm not a cheat, never cheated, and I don't need to cheat. Anyway, that's that rant over. You can comment on this video, the guy who put that, but nobody will see it because I've hid you from the channel. So feel free to unsubscribe and not bother watching anything I do again. So anyway, that's my little rant over. But yeah, I was really proud to have won it. Andy was a great host. Louis was a great host as well. Really well organised event. I strongly suggest like you go next year and experience it. Considering the COVID restrictions that were in place this year, I think they did an amazing job doing putting it on in the first place, getting people out there. It was really well attended. So the people who turned up, well, I think there was 80 people who turned up. Well done to you for going out there and not looking at the weather forecast and bottling it a little bit like I was going to do, because I saw the weather forecast and I messaged Andy and I went, mate, has this got any chance of being cancelled? Because it's 6 or 7 hour drive for me. I think everybody turned up who said they were going to turn up. Everyone looked like they had a great day. So well done to you all turning up, and I hope to see you again next year. And challenge me for the title of the Average Golfer 2021, because I'll be coming back to defend it. This is going to be a long video. Sorry, this is going to be a long video because I've had a bit of a rant on it. It just annoys me, like, just whatever. Anyway, so I've been sent a few, because it's been a while, I've been sent a few things. So I'm going to show you a couple of things and I'm going to go in a simulator and test a ball. So I've been sent, so there's this new ball out on the market called Official Golf. You may have seen a review on James Robinson's channel, and that guy who works with Chris Dennis, I think his name is, or sorry if I've got your name wrong, about a golf ball that has come out, and it's by a company called Official Golf. It just says, increase your distance to help stop your slice or hook with our specially designed dimple pattern that reduces spin and increases distance. So it's not anti-slice, it's just, from what I can gather, is a bit of a low spinning golf ball, which for me is perfect. I've used this golf ball at the Average Golfer, and on course testing went really well. It flew great in the wind, it penetrated the wind. I was still hitting some long drives and some long 2-irons into wind with it. It reacted superbly on the greens, great responsiveness. I know the greens were a bit damp, but they weren't like boggy, so it was still bouncing and zipping and getting a bit of spin on it. So actual testing of these went well. So now I want to go into the simulator and test them. Now me and Dan are going to do a full test of these in his simulator against GT Quad and on course testing. Against Pro V1, possibly the Strixon Z-Star AD333, something like that. So this is a 3-layer golf ball. So it's kind of in the bracket of the Q-Star Tour or Titleist's versions. I'm not overly au fait on what their 3-piece golf balls are. It needs to perform because that bracket, Q-Star Tours are $24 to $26.99 a golf ball, a dozen, and these are $28.99. So it needs to perform because it's more expensive than those. Now I've been given a code that I can give to you to get 20% off that. And the website will go at the bottom of here, and the code you can use is LWG20, which will give you 20% off. So 20% off, you're looking at about £22-ish, I guess, for a dozen plus postage. And I'd recommend doing it purely off of my on-course testing. They perform well, they're responsive on the greens, and it's got this line that goes all the way around it to help putt. So that's what they're calling their never miss technology. So I'll tell you now, you miss putts. It doesn't stop you missing putts. It's like a little bit of a marketing claim, like the never miss. It is a line all the way around the golf ball. But the fact it's all the way around the golf ball, for me, means like it's easier to line up. You're not doing this, trying to find the line, and then it rolls back and then you go. The line is all the way around the golf ball. Now, someone commented on a Instagram post or Twitter post I put out saying, yeah, but you can just draw a line yourself. I could just draw a line myself. But now I don't have to because this golf ball's got it on for me. So, I don't have to draw the line. So the line is there. So I want to get this in the simulator and test it for numbers because I've tested it on course, works well, but I want to see how it goes. So let's go into the simulator and just hit a couple of 7-irons and a driver and a wedge just to get an idea of what sort of numbers this gives me and if the numbers perform well. So I've been in the simulator. I don't want to bore you with all the video of me hitting the ball and stuff. So I've put the official golf ball up against the Z-Star because they are both 3-piece golf balls, both claiming to be premium. I could have put it up against the Q-Star Tour, but for some reason I thought the Z-Star was a 4-piece, but it's actually a 3-piece. So I put it up against the Z-Star, which is a good comparison because I currently game the Z-Star, and I could be looking to put this one into my bag after playing with it at the average golfer. So let's take a look at some of the numbers that I got with it. So I tested the 7-iron, 6 shots with the 7-iron for both, and 6 shots with 3 shots with driver with both. So if we start with the 7-iron at the top, this red one here, this is the 7-iron with the official golf ball. So average ball speed 116, spin 7,390, which is about where I kind of am. I'd like it to be less than 7, but I can get a bit handsy. The launch angle at 22 is a little bit too handsy for me. Average carry 155, total 162. That's where I'd kind of want to be the 7-iron to be. Out on course, that does go up a little bit because I just find that I'm about a 160, 165 with the 7-iron. But for this test, I wanted to try and keep consistent swing speeds across it to show the comparison rather than like on course you can do different shots. But if I'm 155 is fine for me. And then 7-iron number 2 is the Z-Star, which has exactly the same ball speed, 116, slight less spin, but that was because there was a low 6,250 there. And then what have we got? We've got average distance 155, average total 163, which is neither here nor there, but the carry is exactly the same, and the spin is pretty much identical, give or take 400 revs. So I'd use both of them balls. Both going the same distance, which is fine. So let's go down to driver. I tried again to keep a consistent swing speed on it as much as I could. So the top one, the blue one here, is that's the official golf ball. So average ball speed 153 with an average swing speed of 105. Try to keep it consistent with a total distance of 259. Swing 273, spin 2738. A little bit too high, but there was that. Those two there were just up on a little bit too up on spin. And then driver 2 is the Z-Star, 158 ball speed but an average club speed of 108, so I swang it faster, but the spin is exactly the same, 2738, Yes, there's 9 yards further, but the swing speeds are different. I was so consistent with the Z-Star 158 across the board. That's why the you know, these numbers here are so consistent within like 3 yards of each other. But then again, so are these. I just try to keep a consistent swing speed across it. But when you're swinging at them sort of speeds, it's difficult to keep it so consistent. But the fact that these two spin numbers are pretty identical is good. It just shows that the ball's performing just as well as a Z-Star, in my opinion. If I swang the official golf ball faster and got that up to 158 ball speed, then that 259 would go up to 268. So in my opinion, from that test, and it's just my test of 6 shots with a 7-iron and 3 shots with a driver, it is exactly the same as my current Z-Star, and I'd swap tomorrow because I would see no difference in performance whatsoever. Except that the Z-Stars are nearly £40 a dozen, the official golf balls are £28.99 a dozen, but you use my code, you get 20% off. That puts it to £22. For me, that is an absolute bargain for a golf ball that performs the same as a Z-Star on this test alone. Like I said, I am going to go and speak with Dan and test it against Pro V1s on GC Quad and get his opinion on the golf ball out on the course and against the Pro V1, because I think it's good to have two people's opinion on it. My opinion, based on those numbers alone, is it's a fantastic golf ball, just as good as a Z-Star. So a friend of mine has started a company called Airdrop Golf. A friend of mine called Wayne, who lives in Exeter. And basically what it is, it's a subscription box. So you pay, I think it's $49.99 a month for a box, and then you get to pick all your sizes, what kind of things you like, athletic look, loud and proud look, you know, traditional look, or a mixed look, and he will tailor the box for you. So this month I got my box, which is this Airdrop Golf. Now the box itself is very classy. I like the fact that they put the effort into doing the design of the box. So I said, send me a box, and I'll do an unboxing for you and help you out. So that's Airdrop Golf. Let's go and have a little bit of a closer look about what's inside this month's box. So as we open the box, then we have got inside a Callaway cap, which is really nice. These are the caps that I wear anyway, so quite happy that that's turned up. Good quality, brand new, love it. Srixon Z-Star balls, 3 of those. You know, good quality balls, so they're not putting cheap balls inside these boxes. This is a really nice set of sleeve of balls. You get a Max Golf protein bar, banana and cashew. Not for me, thank you. Not really a fan of cashew nuts, but you know, a nice little touch. And then inside you get this wrapped up polo shirt, and then I can see in there's a little ball marker. So if we open that up, and I like the way it's branded as well, the wrapping paper is all branded too. Let's open that up. So little ball marker, Airdrop Golf, nice little touch there. And then in this month is a Druid's polo shirt. Never had a Druid polo shirt before, large, so this got my size right, which is what I asked for. Nice blue colour. So yeah, I don't know how much these retail at, but I will put it sort of down here. I think they're probably going to be around about £30, I'd have thought. So, you know, you're kind of getting your money's worth, definitely, for a $49.99 box. Yeah, quite impressed. There you go. That's the box. A Druid polo shirt, a Callaway cap, ball marker, Srixon balls, 3 Srixon Z-Star balls, and a protein bar. So it's value for money. You know, the polo shirts are, I need to look, but I have put it down, I'd say 30 quid. The cap is 15, the balls are like £8 a dozen. So it's there within like value for money. And I think as it goes on and sort of like you learn patterns with it, I think these boxes are just going to get better and better. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes and getting my own box as well. Last thing that I'm going to talk about, and I appreciate this has been a really long video of just me droning on at the camera, but a lot's happened since the last video, and that is that I put my card in from the Average Golfer 2020. I've always said to me and my secretary have spoken in the past about me handing club competition cards in from outside the club, because not all of them put them into how did I do, but they're under competition rule basis, you know, signed by your playing partners, etc., etc., and the organisers post results. I said to him, I want to put these cards in because I think your handicap isn't just one golf club based. It should be your handicap across. And when World Handicap System comes out, that will be the case. But I wanted to do that now because I play a lot of golf away from my golf course when I do sort of competitions and stuff. So I put that in. I was off 10.1 when I put it in, and I dropped one shot. So I have now made it to single figures. So yeah, my handicap is now 9.1. So when you think when I started this channel, which was January last year, I was 18, 17 handicap, I think I was. To come down 8 shots or 9 shots in the best part of 18 months, I think is phenomenal, considering the 8 shots are, sorry, the 8 or 9 shots are from like a point to single figures, not like 28 to 20. The lower you get, the harder it is. So I'm so proud to be down there, and that is down to like my hard work in here. I put hours of practice into the simulator on the range, always trying to practice stuff. It's down to Dan and Lester for their coaching, especially Dan, who's just been an absolute pleasure to work with, and as a coach, so patient, so like we just kept going over the same thing over and over again, and he must be like, Lee, for God's sake, just get it in your head. But he's just a fantastic coach, and I'm not just saying that because I work with him. You know, he has done wonders for my golf game. And Lester as well, although he's not like coached me, when we play in golf on these course vlogs or whenever we're together, he's always just telling me little things, and he's a genuine scratch golfer. Let's not beat around the bush. He is an established, and he maintains a scratch golf handicap. He doesn't just make it up because he was an ex-pro. He has got a scratch handicap, so he knows how to play golf. What you see on YouTube with all of us isn't really how we play golf. It's entertainment golf. It's not get a score golf. If Lester wants to get a score, I've played against him. He is ridiculous. Like he will shoot 2 or 3 under, like easy. So I can't thank those two enough for everything they've done. But now the target is, it's destination scratch. It's simple as that. It's scratch or nothing now. I want to get down to Cat 1 as quickly as possible. That's going to take more hours of practice, more golf, more different courses. And that's the other thing. I play a lot of different courses, so I'm always learning. I don't play the same course over and over again. I'm playing a lot of different courses, so that's always helping. So let's get down to 5, and then the challenge is really on then to get me down to scratch. So I think I'm going to end this video here. And Official Golf also do polo shirts. Thanks very much for the cheeky polo shirt. I thought I'd give it a little plug while I'm in it. Just to point out that this video hasn't been paid for by Official Golf. They've not sponsored the video. Neither have Airdrop Golf. These are purely my opinions based on opening a box and against a different ball. I've not been paid in any way to give this review. I just said I'd do it because it's a good video. So I'm going to leave that there. If you are new here, please drop this channel a subscribe. Also head over, if you're not already, to Dan Hendrickson Golf. Drop that channel a subscribe. There's loads of stuff coming out this week. He plays against Bob Anderson and John Morgan today and tomorrow out on his channel. Then next week the France vlogs drop. So please make sure you've gone over there, drop a subscribe on both channels, and hit the notification bell on both channels for when those come out. The France trip was fantastic. Had an absolute blast. Love spending time with Dan and Lester. Can't wait to keep doing it. I just maybe need to think about my YouTube handicap a little bit more next time. But I'll leave that for you to decide and comment on. But as for now, I'm out of here. See you soon.